Welcome everyone. Today we are talking about something that controls your thoughts, your words, your relationships, your success, and even your peace of mind. Something so powerful that if you don't learn to manage it, it can destroy everything you're trying to build. That something is your emotions. You've felt it before. That one argument that ruined your entire day. That one insult that stayed in your head for hours. That one small disappointment that triggered a storm inside you and made you say or do something you later regretted. We've all been there. Emotions are not small. They are powerful. But here's the truth. You are not weak for having emotions. You are only weak if you let them control your life. This is not about becoming emotionless. This is not about pretending to be strong. This is about becoming emotionally intelligent, emotionally disciplined, and emotionally powerful. And today, I'm going to share practical, psychological, real-life ideas that can help you start taking control right now. If you're learning English, this will help you even more. Every word you understand, every idea you learn, trains your brain to think in English. You're not just becoming emotionally stronger. You're becoming more fluent, more confident, and more clear. So stay until the end. If you truly want to control your emotions, you must start by understanding them. Don't fight your emotions. Understand them. Most people try to suppress their feelings. They say, I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't feel jealous. I shouldn't feel sad. But the more you fight a feeling, the stronger it becomes. Your emotions are not your enemy. They are messengers. Anger often hides pain or injustice. Jealousy hides insecurity or comparison. Fear hides vulnerability or lack of preparation. Sadness hides loss, grief, or unmet expectations. When a strong emotion appears, don't react blindly. Pause and ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Most emotional explosions are not really about the present moment. They are connected to something deeper, something older, something unresolved. Imagine someone shouting at a colleague for a small mistake. It's not really about the mistake. It's about feeling ignored, disrespected, or unseen for years. The emotion is coming from the past, not the present. You don't just feel emotions. You carry them. And if you don't understand the root, they will explode at the wrong time and hurt the wrong people. To apply this in your life, start by naming the emotion clearly. I feel angry. I feel anxious. I feel ignored. Naming it creates space between you and the feeling. Then ask where it's coming from. Is it really about now? Or is it connected to something older? Don't judge it. Just observe it like a scientist. And express it safely. Write it down. Talk calmly. Move your body. Cry if needed. But don't bottle it up and don't throw it at others. When you understand your emotions, you take back control. You stop being a victim of your feelings and become the master of your responses. You are not weak because something triggers you. You are weak when you let that trigger control your actions. Life will test you. People will say unfair things. Problems will appear without warning. If you react instantly with anger, shouting, or complaining, you give your power away. But if you pause and observe, you gain clarity, strength, and control. Your brain has a fast emotional part that reacts instantly. Its job is protection, not wisdom. That part doesn't care about your peace, your relationships, or your future. It just wants to react. The solution is to train your observing mind. The calm, wise part of you that waits before responding. The observing mind says, this is just a feeling. I don't need to act on it. The longer you wait before responding, the stronger you become. Calm people are rare, and rare qualities are valuable. Before speaking, breathe deeply. Remind yourself that the feeling will pass. Give yourself time before responding. You don't owe anyone an immediate reaction. Write things down if needed. Learn from the trigger instead of becoming it. Reacting is easy. Observing is strength. The most powerful person is not the loudest. It's the one who responds with intention. Your emotions are not created by situations. They are created by how you interpret those situations. It's not what happens to you. It's the story you tell yourself about what happens. Two people can experience the same event and feel completely different emotions. Your thoughts create your emotional reality. Many thoughts are automatic, exaggerated, or based on fear rather than facts. You must learn to catch them, question them, and replace them. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? What is another way to see this? When you change the thought, the emotion changes automatically. This skill is used by psychologists, athletes, leaders, and monks because they understand one truth. You don't need a perfect life to feel better. You need a trained mind. Your emotions follow your mental habits. If you want emotional control, you must train your thoughts every day. Your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't guide it, it will throw you off. Daily mental training is not optional. It's essential. Start your day by reminding yourself that you control your responses. Check in with your emotions during the day. Question negative thoughts when they appear. Replace them with balanced, realistic ones. Repetition rewires the brain. What you practice becomes automatic. And when your thoughts change, your emotions follow. Once you master this, your emotions will no longer control you. You will control them. And that is real strength. That's not true. I've overcome difficult things before. I'll figure it out. Make it a habit to talk back to your mind. If you don't, your mind will become your master. At the end of the day, do a mental download. At night, write these questions in a journal. What emotion did I feel the most today? What thought created that emotion? How could I think differently next time? Writing is a mirror for the mind. It makes your thinking visible. Protect your mental environment. Don't let garbage enter your mind. Limit negative people. Reduce toxic content. Don't start your day with social media or drama. Just like your body becomes what you eat, your mind becomes what you feed it. There was a woman who used to get triggered easily at work and at home. Small things would set her off. One day she decided to train her mind like an athlete. She started waking up early, repeating positive statements, questioning her thoughts, writing at night, and avoiding gossip and constant negative news. Within a month, she noticed something powerful. She stopped exploding in anger. She learned to pause, breathe, and respond calmly. Her relationships improved. Her health improved. Her confidence grew. What changed? Not the world. Her mind. You can't live a positive life with a negative mind. If you want to change your emotions, you must train your thoughts every day. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. The stronger your thoughts, the quieter your emotional storms. Eventually, you become someone that no situation, no insult, no stress can break. That is emotional mastery, and it begins in your thoughts. When you feel stuck, move your body. When you feel overwhelmed, move your body. When you feel lost, move your body. Most people ignore this truth. Your emotions live in your body, not just in your mind. That's why anxiety tightens your chest. Sadness pulls your shoulders down. Anger clenches your fists and changes your breathing. Emotion is energy in motion. And if you want to control that energy, you must move. Many people try to fix emotional problems by thinking alone. But some emotions can only be released through movement. Your body stores stress. Your muscles hold sadness. Your posture reflects your mental state. When you sit still, scroll endlessly, and isolate yourself, emotions get trapped. But the moment you move, something shifts. You release. You reset. You refresh. There was a student who felt constant anxiety while preparing for exams. He tried meditation. He tried journaling. He tried positive thinking. Nothing worked. Then he started walking every morning. No phone, just movement. Within a week, his anxiety decreased. His focus returned. His mind became clear. When your body moves, your brain heals. Walking in silence clears emotional chaos. Stretching releases tension stored in your muscles. Cold water resets the nervous system. Fast movement burns off anger and frustration. Free movement or dancing releases emotions that words cannot. Movement releases feel-good chemicals in the brain. Your breathing slows. Your nervous system calms. You return to the present moment. You don't always need answers. Sometimes you just need movement. You were never meant to sit and suffer. You were built to move through what you feel. Emotion is not a wall. It's a wave. Let it pass through you. Some people never grow emotionally, even if they are intelligent or successful, because they run from discomfort. When something feels difficult, they escape. When anxiety appears, they avoid it. When pain shows up, they distract themselves. Over time, this makes them emotionally weaker. Growth happens when you gently face what you fear. The more you avoid something, the more powerful it feels. The more you face it, the smaller it becomes. Fear shrinks through experience, not avoidance. When you face emotional discomfort in small, safe steps, your brain learns something important. This is not dangerous. I can handle this. Avoiding emotions is like hiding from your shadow. It may feel safe in the moment, but the fear never leaves. Face what you fear and freedom follows. That is how emotional strength is built. There is one skill that gives you emotional power in every area of life. The ability to pause. That small space between trigger and response is where your power lives. It saves relationships, prevents regret, protects your peace. The emotional brain wants immediate action. The wise brain wants thoughtful response. When you pause, you shift control back to your higher thinking. A calm pause can save your reputation. Pause can save love. A pause can stop damage before it begins. Train yourself to pause. Breathe before responding. Count silently. Step away if needed. Reflection today creates control tomorrow. You may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. That choice shapes your life. Emotional mastery means replacing reaction with purpose. Most people react automatically. Few choose intentionally. Before reacting, ask yourself, what outcome do I want? Will this response help or hurt that outcome? Feelings are real, but purpose is stronger. When you act with intention, you stop being a prisoner of the moment. You become the architect of your future. Wise responses build trust. Emotional reactions create damage. Pause. Choose purpose. Respond with clarity. That is real power. Ask yourself this question. Will I be proud of this decision tomorrow? That single question can stop impulsive actions and build emotional discipline. Make this a daily mantra. I respond with purpose, not impulse. Say it every morning. Before work. Before meetings. Before important conversations. Let it become part of your identity. Imagine a student who fails an exam. He feels ashamed and wants to give up. But instead of reacting, he pauses and reflects. His purpose is success, not escape. So he studies harder. A month later, he passes. Imagine a businesswoman who loses an important deal. She feels disappointed and wants to blame her team. But she pauses. Her purpose is leadership. So she communicates clearly and calmly. Her team stays loyal. Imagine a young man who is ignored by someone he cares about. He wants to react with anger, repeated messages, or desperation. But he pauses. His purpose is self-respect. So he lets go and grows. Every emotional moment is a test. Reaction is failure. Purpose is mastery. You always have a choice. You can say, I don't feel like being calm, but I choose calm anyway. That is emotional maturity. That is how peace is built. That is how greatness is built. From now on, don't ask, what do I feel like doing? Ask instead, what is the right thing to do, no matter how I feel? That is how you replace reaction with purpose. That is how you change your life. Emotional regulation is not a trick. It's a lifestyle. It means building systems so your emotions don't control you when things get hard. Most people try to manage emotions only after they explode. But real regulation is proactive. It means creating habits, routines, and awareness before problems appear. Just like strengthening your immune system instead of waiting to get sick. Emotional outbursts don't come from nowhere. They come from built-up stress, unresolved pain, and lack of structure. Without a system, emotions will control you. And one uncontrolled moment can destroy years of progress. Instead of asking, how do I stop getting angry? Ask, what systems can I build so I don't get angry so easily? Start by knowing your triggers. Who drains your emotional control? Which situations push your buttons? What time of day are you weakest? Write it down. Awareness is the beginning of self-mastery. Regulate your nervous system daily. You cannot control emotions if your body is constantly tense. Practice calm breathing. Use cold water to reset your system. Take grounding walks in nature without noise. Stretch and scan your body for tension. Your nervous system is the engine of your emotions. Keep it balanced. Create a daily emotion processing ritual. In the morning, notice what you're carrying. During the day, ask which feeling needs attention. At night, reflect on how you handled your emotions. This is not weakness. This is what elite performers do. Have a calm plan ready before you're triggered. Don't try to figure things out in the heat of the moment. Decide in advance to step away. Go quiet, breathe, write, or reset. When emotions rise, your system should carry you. You don't fix emotions with willpower. You fix them with systems that protect your peace. Emotional regulation is not pretending to be calm. It's building a life that supports emotional stability. You become someone who recovers faster, reacts less, and makes others feel safe just by being present. That is real emotional power. And it doesn't require talent. It requires structure. Start today. Silence is one of the most powerful tools you have. You don't need to raise your voice. You need to rise above. The strongest person in any room is not the loudest. It's the one who knows when to stay silent. In a world addicted to noise, drama, and instant reactions, silence looks weak. But in reality, silence is control. Silence is protection. Silence is strength. When emotions scream inside you and you still remain calm, that is not suppression. That is mastery. Silence breaks the chain of chaos. It stops you from feeding fire with fire. Protects your dignity. Once words are released, they can't be taken back. One emotional sentence can damage relationships, careers, and trust. Silence gives you space to breathe, to think, to choose wisely. Real strength is not proving your point. It's being so secure that you don't need to defend or explain yourself. You let your actions speak. You let your peace speak. You let silence do the talking. And when you do speak, your words carry weight. There was a leader known for his calm presence. In heated meetings, he stayed quiet. When others reacted, he listened. When provoked, he paused. When asked why he didn't react, he said, "If I reacted to every small irritation, I'd spend my life distracted instead of building." That is emotional intelligence. Silence is powerful in arguments. It allows emotions to burn out instead of spreading. Silence is powerful in manipulation. It shows others they no longer control you. Silence is powerful in overthinking. Not every thought deserves attention. Silence is powerful in self-growth. Reflection is born in stillness. Silence is not avoidance. It's preparation for a better response. Before reacting, pause in silence and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? You're not stepping away from life. You're mastering it from within. Across cultures and traditions, silence has always been sacred. Because silence connects you to your inner world, not the noise around you. Begin your day quietly. Walk without distraction. Delay responses when needed. Silence protects your energy. It gives you clarity. It starves what doesn't deserve your attention. When you master silence, you stop reacting like a slave to emotion. You rise as the master of your inner world. The world doesn't need more people who explode under pressure. It needs people who are calm, clear, focused, and emotionally strong. Your emotions are not your enemy. They are energy. And when you learn to direct that energy, you become unstoppable. No one is born with emotional mastery. It's built through practice, awareness, and discipline. There will still be storms. There will still be triggers. But when they come, you'll pause. You'll observe. You'll choose purpose. You will no longer be controlled by emotion. You will control it. Don't just listen to this message. Live it. Practice it. Train it. This is your life. This is your mind. This is your power. From now on, let every emotion remind you, I am not my feelings. I am the one who chooses what to do with them. That is who you are. That is who you've always been. Now go build the life your emotions once tried to destroy, with discipline, awareness, and emotional power.